everybody. I'm BJ Flagg.
And I'm Rich G, and this is episode 335, Unlocking Growth with New Products. I I love new products. I was a
Oh, yeah.
marketing guy for 20 years.
Oh, my
Making new
God. Yeah.
products is great. BJ, how about you?
Oh, my gosh. I am so into this. When we were going through coming up with ideas for shows, we were like, oh, yes, this show will be an hour long. No, but it was so exciting. So, we're going to be bringing up just the transformative power of all, introducing new products. It totally changes the company. So exciting.
And we're going to explore how innovation can not only drive sales, but also shape the future of your business. New products will do that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So if you're ever, whether you're contemplating your next big idea or seeking to revitalize your brand, this episode is packed with insights and action items to guide your journey. Welcome aboard. Let's go. I'm gonna kick us off. Identifying opportunities for new products. So the two biggest thing in this category are market research and customer feedback, just spotting incredible little opportunities for new product development. This is, no, you're not going to listen to the guy at the coffee shop who says, oh, let's make this. That's not exactly the market research I'm thinking about.
Yeah, it could be as simple as you going to a conference in your industry and
Mhm.
hearing out. That could be market research. We're not saying, oh, you do polling and questionnaires and all that stuff. It could be just like when you go to the supply house or you talk to a vendor. You're
Yeah.
listening and you're understanding. It's tracking what's happening. And then also customer feedback. Your customers are your greatest source of
Oh, yeah.
ideas.
Oh my gosh. What's so funny is they look at something that you have and they go, you could do this too. And you're like, oh my God. And there it goes. There it goes. It just like drives an entire new demand, which is so wonderful. Give us our action items.
Well, first of all, conduct a market analysis to identify gaps and emerging trends. What does that mean? Where your industry's going. You know the new directions. Do a simple, this could be on a piece of paper, a simple gap analysis, where you are and where you think you need to be or where your competition is. Nine
Yeah.
times out of 10, when we hear what our competition's doing, it's like, oh, I hate that. I don't know why they're doing that. It's just like, well, maybe it's a good thing. You got to
Right.
figure that out. So,
Definitely. And, engage with your customers through surveys and focus groups and gather insights and needs and preferences. We talked about them before. And I got to tell you that customers are your best allies in this, and vendors,
yeah.
right?
Yep. And then finally, analyze your competitor offerings to find differentiation opportunities. That's the what are they doing different from what you're doing? Keep your eye open. Maybe it could be signage. Maybe it could be discounts. It could be new products that they're offering that you never thought of. I'll be honest. I say this to all my clients. Every industry is going through a radical change
Oh, yeah.
constantly. It could catch you off guard. 5 years from now, you're like, oh, I can't believe they're doing that. And you
Right.
should have started 5 years ago. So,
Right. And here we are obsolete, and I think the other thing you got to be looking at is when we talk about differentiation, you're talking about some very subtle differences. People came to us and said, hey, we want, we do Google Analytics. And they said, oh, we want to do Google AdWords. Just because they have the word Google in it doesn't mean we're going to do that.
yeah.
That is a science and that is something specific. So we have specific people who do that. But, it did make us think. And we decided, no, we need to go with the experts on that. But it's good. It's good.
Well, number two, our second tip is the impact of new products on your brand perception. Launching new products can rejuvenate your brand. and it can
Mhm.
attract new customers that didn't normally shop or do business with you. And then finally, it can enhance loyalty among your existing customers. So, new products can do a lot of different things to inject energy into your product or service.
Yeah, think about clothing. And this when those spring dresses and clothes and everything come out, you just sit there going, "Oh my God." It's like you have never had clothes before. Oh, I just love all this new stuff. The amount of market research and the amount of work that went in to get that product line to the store is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So much research. And for you to enjoy, for you to get that burst of excitement when you walk in a store, you want your clients to feel the same way. You want them to say, "Oh my gosh, you're offering that now? That's wonderful." That's the feeling you want to kind of get into people's heads for sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
develop a branding
Okay.
strategy that aligns with your new product, emphasizing its unique value proposition. That's something that you should really do. Come up with a branding strategy that will get people to notice what you're doing, this new product out there. And then finally, use storytelling in your marketing to connect emotionally with your audience and highlight the innovation behind your product.
And Rich, it just makes me think, creating a launch plan that includes targeted promotions for your loyal customer base and outreach to potential new markets. That's an awesome thing to do at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take you into financing. That's right. Financing your new product development. You really have to, in this day and age, it's not like you just go down to the bank and ask the guy for some money. No, 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 no. You got to explore funding options for these new product developments. It's anything from you bootstrapping the entire thing, or some external investors who you might want to get involved in this component of your business. Am I right, Rich? It's kind of like you have to think innovatively now.
Yeah, I mean, if you're presenting a certain product or service and you want to branch out, you see your competitors are branching out into different areas.
Yeah,
You might need to go talk to your bank for a small business loan,
yeah,
or you might talk to a vendor that might service you. I watch on YouTube these guys that open up laundromats, and
right,
they go, "Oh, you could talk to Speed Queen. They'll finance the entire build out. You
right.
just buy the building, and they'll put all the machines in, and then they charge you a monthly, fee."
Yeah,
To ultimately own all of the machines, the dryers and washers and everything. And I'm
right.
like, so you could do almost anything. Don't let money or financing hold you back. We all think,
Yeah.
well, I could only pay for it myself. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
But Rich, this is one of the questions I ask when I meet other business owners. I always ask, do you use creative financing? Have you used any, alternate financing in the past? Have you established what I like to call strategic relationships
Yes.
that have, made it possible for you to? We use the Canon products. Yay, Canon. We have an incredible printer from them, and we also have vendors that have Canon. And the idea that we're brand loyal and that they call us up and say, "Hey, we got this new thing, we got a scanner you're not going to believe." Well, they're supporting us, we're supporting them, and it is a fantastic symbiotic relationship for sure.
So, some action items you should do to help you figure out financing for your new products is prepare a detailed business plan outlining your new product's development, okay? The marketing and the sales strategy. Because if you are going for external investors or external funding, they're going to want to see this. You can't wing it. Um,
Right.
Explore funding options, like we said, including loans, crowdfunding. A lot of people
Yeah.
crowdfund or angel investors and evaluate the pros and cons of each.
And every time you think about it, plan a budget that includes a contingency fund to manage unforeseen expenses. This is the biggest thing. In development in this launch phase, you just have to be prepared a little bit more than you normally are. You got to have that 20% more to just let this incredible concept flourish and grow.
Well, our fourth tip is measuring success and iterating on feedback. Once you launch the product, you want to track it. You want to see how it's doing, because it might explode and you're like, oh, this is great. Or it might fail and you need to tweak it a little bit, or it might just flounder. So you got to figure out. So our advice is to set KPIs. We talk about them all the time. Key performance indicators for your new product, and use customer feedback for continuous improvement. Ask your customers, how do you like it? How do you like using it? Call them up.
Right.
It's been 6 months. How's everything going?
Right. Has it helped you?
You might be able to charge more for the product if they love it.
Yeah. And, and this is that phase right there where a lot of people coming out of corporate going into entrepreneurship are like, nobody's going to tell me I have to do all this, KPI stuff. No one. And you're like, no. Yes, you do. You just happen to do it on your stuff. So it's so important to do it. And one of my action items is establishing clear KPIs to measure the performance of your new product, including sales, customer satisfaction, and market share. Those are your big things. And give yourself that time. What's the amount of time that you're going to be, kind of investing in this product before it really takes off? So that's important too.
Yeah. And then another action item is implement a system for collecting and analyzing customer feedback post-launch. It could be simple phone call. It could be an email with a poll on it, a questionnaire, or it could be when they just stop in asking them. You could do a lot of different things, but customer feedback is critical because there might be something about the product that irritates them. There could be something about the product that is lacking, that is a clear opening to maybe make a new product. You never know. So be prepared to iterate on your product based on that feedback and market response to ensure it meets your customers' needs and expectations.
So that's awesome. In conclusion, launching a new product can be a game changer for small businesses and willing to leap.
Yeah, and you could set your business on renewed growth and success by identifying market opportunities, enhancing brand perception, securing the right financing, and iterating based on feedback.
And remember, innovation is not just being different. It's adding value to your customers. So be prepared to do that.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, it's February, I've got to make a new product. It's like you might not need to. So apply these action items diligently. So don't just launch something, do the action items, the KPIs and the financing and everything, and watch as your business reaches new heights.
Yeah, so exciting.
That's all for today's episode. We invite you to share this podcast on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok with the hashtag #TheBestSmallBusinessShow.
And thank you for tuning into the Best Small Business Show. If this episode was valuable to you, subscribe, follow, and share with other entrepreneurs who might benefit.
And that's it for this week. You can reach out to me at richg.com and find BJ at newrenew.com.
Thanks to our editor and producer, Richard Scalzo, and have an unbelievable week. Catch you later.